Hello, hello, and welcome to Share the Love. Happy Valentine's, everybody. My name is Callie Brigham. I live on beautiful Pensacola Beach, Florida, and I get to put a little pretty bow on our Share the Love week. I'm going to tell you a couple things about why I love this Mary Kay opportunity, and at the end, I'm going to give you the secret word. So that way you can give it to your beauty consultant and get something special from her. Okay, so when I started my Mary Kay business 2 decades ago, there were things that I thought that I was going to get from it. What I want to tell you today are those things, but I also want to tell you, just as importantly, what I actually got. And maybe there's something in my perspective and my story that resonates with you today. So let's just go for it. Let's dive in. I thought that I was going to enjoy having a little discount. I mean, how many times are we searching discount codes or we buy something just because it's on sale? I'm not the only one, right? I thought the discount would be awesome because I was already using the products and it just made sense. Well, here's what I got. You see, 50% is our discount as a beauty consultant across the board. We also, by the way, profit 50%. So make money, save money. Well, I did a little research for you, and the average woman spends about $3,700 a year on personal self-care items like skincare and makeup. Well, project that over my couple decades, that would be about $75,000. Yikes, spent on skincare and makeup. Well, because I get my products, just like you would, half price, that has saved me, this is girl math, saved me $37,000. Hello. So maybe you think, oh, it might be nice to get a little discount. Now I've put it in perspective. What do you think about that? 50% off for life. The second thing I thought that I might get was some of my confidence back. You know, sometimes we don't realize we've lost it until it feels like it's too late. And I was in my early 20s, and I was working in a job that I was a television news producer for the NBC station in Memphis, and it was just literally chipping away at my confidence every single day. It was not a healthy work environment, and I was starting to doubt who I was, what was my identity, what was I going to do with my life, and anybody else been there? What I got was not only day by day, piece by piece, restoring that part of me of like, oh yeah, I do have what it takes, but we can't pass on what we don't have. And now I'm just going to skip to the end of the story here. I do have a 14-year-old daughter and a 16-year-old son. This last week, our school participated in the local mock trial competition. My kids go to a small little classical Christian school, and they went up against these 6A giant public schools. My daughter's only in 8th grade, but she was able to participate on this high school mock trial team. I saw her stand in a courtroom with real judges, real attorneys against these seniors in high school that are going to go to law school soon, and she stood there poised and polished and prepared, and our little team made it all the way through the semifinals. And I saw her there, and I thought, you know, I can't give away what I don't have. And I'm so thankful that I started to figure that piece out. At 12 years old, that's when statistically a girl's confidence starts to not just drop, but plummet. And I think we're in a crisis today, and we need some women who first rediscover who they are and their giftedness, then we get to pass it on. So what about you? Is it time to get your confidence back, or is it time to pass on your confidence? The third thing I thought was some extra money. Remember that 50% profit? That'd be kind of nice, like fancy Coffee Friday. My girlfriend calls it console cash. You know, when you're just driving through, you're like, yeah, I think I will get my nails done, as a matter of fact, because I just sold a skincare set this morning and I've got the extra money for it. And I just thought that would be really nice to have that extra breathing room. Well, I remember that same daughter who's 14 now. She was about 8, and she walked into my bathroom when I was getting ready, and she said, Mommy, I need to make some extra money. And she listed off some ways that she could do some chores around the house. I said, Maddie, you're 8. Why do you need extra money? And she looked at me, said, Mommy, every girl needs a way to make her own money. I was like, you are not wrong. You are not wrong. We do. We need extra money for spending, because we're all responsible for bills, for saving. Average American has less than $1,000 in saving. Investing, women statistically live longer than men. And the fourth reason, my favorite, giving frequently, generously, and anonymously. By the way, my daughter, whenever she does a lemonade stand, she would just hold up a sign, big sign that says, I take Venmo. Yeah, that girl, she does understand the value of some extra money. The next thing I thought might be some friends. I was really lonely at the time. I had just moved from Florida to Tennessee. I didn't know anybody. My coworkers were not necessarily people that I wanted to hang out with after work. And I'm an only child. And I thought maybe this would be a way to make some friends. This is what I thought. What I got was truly sisters for life. Not just my customers, not just my team, but my peers in Mary Kay. I bet I could go from I-10 in Jacksonville all the way to California and pull off maybe every other stop on the interstate and find a Mary Kay girlfriend. That has been priceless for me, and I feel like I've surrounded my kids with really positive, powerful influences that I feel confident are going to be and are such a big part of their life and mentorship too. Okay, next. I thought this might be a way to learn business. There's always some skills that we could learn, and I found that really intriguing. Like maybe this would help out in some certain areas of my life. I'm here to tell you I feel like I have an MBA from Mary Kay. All the managements. I've learned all the managements. I've learned priority management and goal management, relational management, time management, energy management, emotional management, financial management, you name it, all the managements I have learned. I'm telling you, if any of those things is intriguing to you, why don't you give this business a year's try? And I guarantee you that you are going to absolutely love what you've learned. So much so, for me, I even started a podcast about a year and a half ago, Time Management for Busy Women, because I have 2 decades worth of experience and training, and I'm so thankful. So if any of these things sound like, well, I would really love to learn some more about that, this is the perfect place to do that. Next, I thought that this might be a career enhancer. I was working my full-time job, 50, 60, 70 hours a week, and I thought maybe this would just be, again, a way to have a little bit of something extra on the side, extra fun, extra money, you name it. What I got was a career replacer. I ended up quitting my full-time job 6 months after I started because I thought, wow, if I can work this hard part-time for myself, imagine what I could do full-time. And that was, again, 2 decades ago. Now, you might love your job, and you'd be like, girl, I love what I do. I'm so glad. My big thing right now is that women are in their and era if they want to be. You can do this and you can do that. The flexibility for that is absolutely boundless. So if you love your job, career enhancer. If you don't love your job, you could be like me. And what I got from it was career replacer. So far you're saying what I thought and what I got. What about you? I thought this might be a way to have my own business, be my own boss. Potentially that sounded really good to me, to have some ownership. What I got from it was not only for me, but if you'll notice, I love a good ripple effect. And I realized that sometimes on Friday afternoons, I just wanted to be done and maybe have, chips and queso and margarita. And my husband, who I was dating when I started my Mary Kay business, and then we got married, he did not have that flexibility. And I was like, this is not going to work for us. I'm going to need you to go ahead and be your own boss too. And he did. 6 months after we got married, he quit his job, started his own design firm so that we could take those extended vacations, or we could just bum off on a Friday afternoon. And now my kids, well, you heard my daughter. She's a force, let me tell you. And my son, who's 16, says, I think I might want to major in business in college. And who knows? He still has plenty of time. He really just wants to play soccer. So if you know any great soccer programs or coaches, my name's Callie Brigham. Hit me up. So, the next thing I thought was some flexibility. I had no flexibility because I produced the 5 o'clock news every day, Monday through Friday, which means I had to be there all day. And for sure I had to be there between 5 and 5:30. No flexibility whatsoever. This last week, I'll refer back to the mock trial. We didn't know day by day when our kids were going to be competing. At 2 o'clock or 4:30, were they going to go on to the semifinals? And I looked around the courtroom these last 4 days, and I believe my husband and I were the only parents, other than the coaches, that were able to be at every single competition. I'm so thankful for the flexibility that is given. What about you? What about you? Would flexibility be something that would really mean a lot in this season of your life? Okay, next I heard about that there was some big money. So I thought, I'm not opposed to big money, right? Again, we talked about spending, saving, investing, and giving. Wow, like those last two especially resonated with me. Well, I went back just to confirm, and it has been 18 years now, because we just completed a fiscal year. 18 years of over six-figure income. That has provided so many opportunities for our family financially. So what about you? Does big money speak to you? The idea that you could absolutely have that control over your finances. Okay, last couple things, because I want you to continue on this journey with me. What I thought, but what I got. I thought maybe travel like a long weekend. I could get out of town a little bit here and there, because I'm a girl that just likes to go. I just like to go. I want to go places. But that costs money, right? And it costs time. So when my husband and I were engaged and I had just started my Mary Kay business, I thought, you know what? I bet I could save up the money for my parties and I could pay for our honeymoon. And that was my mission. That's what I did. I had saved up all my money for my parties, and we went to Italy for about 2 weeks. And I remember just feeling such a sense of accomplishment, like I could do this. And I was so appreciated my customers for being part of it. Well, since then, because we can earn free trips with Mary Kay, my husband and I have now traveled to 16 countries for free on Mary Kay's dime. And I'm talking 5-star, even spending money they give you. So if you're like, you know what, I need more chapters in the book of my life to go places, this could be for you. Okay, let's wrap this up. You know, when I started thinking about Mary Kay, I realized that my dream muscle had atrophied. Anybody else? Like, okay, I knew what I wanted through high school. I knew what I wanted after college. And then you just sort of get into the routine, right? You're just surviving. And I saw women that started that flame of dreaming again. There's a dream culture in here. And I thought, well, maybe I could have a little something. Maybe it could be small. Maybe it could be big. And I'm here to tell you that dreams do come true. I needed to put this into practice, again, after the pandemic. Anybody? Oh, man, that was tough. And so I decided it was time for me to dream again, because I knew that it was possible in Mary Kay. And I decided that it had to be something personal. And my son was 14, and I said, you know what, Brayden? I'm going to do what I did with your dad. I'm going to work my skincare parties. I'm going to work this business, and I want to take you on a 2-week trip, and you can pick anywhere in the world. Ironically, he picked Rome, anywhere in the world, and Switzerland, and we went off for 2 weeks, almost 2 years ago now, and just the two of us. And I'm telling you, it didn't matter if we went to Rome, Georgia, or Rome, Italy. It was such an amazing opportunity to be able to take all the things that I thought that Mary Kay could provide and to get to have that, like, absolutely priceless 2 weeks with him. That first moment in the forum on day one when we were getting ready to take a picture. And as a mom, you draw your kids to you, right? You put your arm around them, draw you to you. And just as the picture was snapped right before, I felt his arm go up around my shoulder and pull me to him. I'm telling you, it was worth every single minute, everything I thought I could ever get out of Mary Kay. I got in that one moment. And that's just the beginning. And so what is it for you? Are there dreams that you want to come true? Do you just want the stinking discount? Do you want confidence back, extra money, some friends, learning about business, a career enhancer, flexibility, big money, travel, and dreaming? So here's the deal. It's as little as $35 to get started in Mary Kay. So ask your beauty consultant about the options. We would love for you to welcome into this family that we have. And who knows what you think you might get and what you actually might get. I pray that it's everything you could dream of. So that's the secret code word for today. It is dream, because dreams do come true. Thanks for listening. Thanks for letting us share the love. Bye-bye.